You understand? Without all the freaky deaky, right? So so they were like they had a home that was their headquarters, and they lived in there with families, multiple families.
Right.
They didn't want to adhere to the rules that Philadelphia was putting down on them. So Philadelphia had a mayor, a black mayor called Wilson Good.
Good night.
You understand? And so the police commissioner was a racist. He hated black people.
Right.
And he went to Wilson Good. They had a what they would call a incendiary device. And he went to Wilson Good, and Wilson Good gave him the permission to drop the incendiary device on that building in Philadelphia, murdering those people, including children. And if I may, sir, on top of that, up until recently, they had their bones at one of the what was it, Temple University? One of the universities in Philadelphia was using their bones in an archaeology department, and the families had to sue to get the bones back. I don't know whether they got them back or not, but I remember Commander General Yohana bringing out that story.
Right. He did recently, actually. He actually mentioned that recently.
Kind of one cut.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a heavy point, man. I'm glad that you answered that question, man, and added to the context of what we're talking about. You know, that's the stuff we should be focused on. We should be focused on why these people were never brought to justice. If we're going to honor anyone, we need to honor the blood, the innocent blood that was shed on that day of our members, all right, of our nation. That's what Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, or so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nations peoples should be focused on.
Salaki.
Go ahead, brother.
Salaki, I believe Captain Naythak is ready.
Oh, well, and with that, I'm going to pass the class off to Captain of 13,000, Naythak Banyamyan. Clap it up. What's going on, sir?
Blind as a bat, as you can see.
You get new eyes.
Yeah, that. Jeez. How y'all doing? Y'all good?
2 hours.
All right. Most in Christ. Yeah. How about Shemi Ashabak Thumb? Yeah, how Shema Tabashima Shai. Boy, oh boy. It's a good time to be in the truth out here.
That's
excellent, right. Excellent time to be in the truth. You know what I mean? With brothers and sisters now, you know what I mean? Basically, you know what I mean? They're waking up. You know what I mean? If they ain't coming into the truth, they're waking up and realizing that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand? No. Before I get into it, any questions? Before I get into it. Hey, Bahamas, y'all send up some prayers for Bahamas, man. Y'all good to go down there right now? Akashka?
Cancer. It seemed to be the calm before the storm.
Yeah, I know. Just keep, man. Yeah, I mean, keep us in the loop, right?
Cancer.
All right. Okay. Any questions in the chat? If not, we'll get straight into it. We jump straight into it.
So, like I said, I believe there was a question in the chat, sir.
Come on, bring it.
True Warrior Allah earlier said, Salakia, sir. Can he get a general breakdown on Matthew chapter 18, verses 21 through 22?
Matthew's what?
Chapter 18, verses 21 through 22.
Okay, let's get it.
Come on, sir.
And did he say anything specific in there he wanted?
Sir. He said he wanted a general breakdown.
Okay, let's go to it.
Come on, sir.
So what? How you doing, man? How you all doing in Trinidad? 18.
Yeah, so like I said, everything to while say we looking on from afar. So
okay.
All along, being brothers and sisters, as we say in Florida, Bahamas, as we say, but don't do anything.
All right, most in Christ. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Solid. Let's go. Let's get into it then.
Come on, sir. Let's make sure I'm at the right spot. Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times?
You
Verse
understand?
22.
And this is you know what I mean, a common question what our brothers have. You understand? And sisters. You understand? That's how you know it's a black book. He come to Christ and ask him, well, how often should I take Salakia from this brother?
Right.
How often should I take Salakia from this sister? How often? And he's saying what? Till and Peter tried to answer his own question with another question by saying what? Till 7 times. Right? Read on.
Verse 22. Yahweh saith unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Keep going, sir.
Hold on. Where's Christ saying?
It's like it, sir. I mean, he's saying, nah, you don't forget. You never like don't forgive your brother. You know what I'm saying? 70 times 7 is not a real number. He's just saying, he's trying to, not be funny, but he's like, you saying 7, 70 times 7. You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't never not forgive your brother. It's like,
yes, meaning it ain't just 3 times or 4 times.
You're
gonna have to forgive him. What? All the time. You understand? You're gonna have to forgive him. You understand? Not saying what? When people hear forgive, what do they think? You have to forgive somebody. What do they think?
Our people sometimes think that forgiveness is like automatic, like.
No, okay, not so much automatic. When somebody having a hard time forgiving, right? When somebody having a hard time forgiving, is not so much that it's automatic. Is what do they? I don't want to give it, but take a shot at it.
This is all I got.
Come on.
They believe that forgiveness means that they don't get punished.
You onto something, Gaparia. It's not that you're close to Gaparia. You real close. I'll take that, but it's around what Gaparia is saying.
Zalakias, if I may.
Come on.
When some people feel like when they forgive the person did not get the punishment that they need to get.
You're close there. Come on, go on.
It goes with justice.
Yes, it does.
And people oftentimes believe that forgiveness means I forget, and I don't even have to worry about, it's just, they have a hard time forgetting the offense that happened. And also too, dealing with the whole justice thing, they worry about, well, damn, I forgave this person, but I still feel wronged. I still feel.
Why do they still feel wrong?
Because justice in our minds, usually Judites especially, we want stuff to happen right now.
That's now you're hitting it. We want something to happen to that person right now. Here's a good example. A promiscuous woman. You understand? She goes out and sleep with another man. You want justice when? Right now. You don't want to see this woman happy and going about life regular. You want justice right now. When the Lord don't operate like that. What did they say about the Lord's his judgment? What did they say about the Lord? Hold on. Let me see if I get.
Salaki, sir. I can't recall the scripture, but it's like don't renounce the judgment if it's not expedient or it doesn't happen quickly.
It's along that. Go ahead.
It's a Salaki, my bad, Cap. You talking about the one in Ecclesiasticus or the one in the New Testament? Is it because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily?
Yes, give me that.
That's Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11.
Go ahead and read it.
Kind of one kind. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
You understand? Okay, what is he saying right there?
So like
What is he saying right? Come on.
Just because you don't see the punishment or the judgment come when you want it, that don't mean he's getting away with it.
Yeah, but okay. Read one more time, Koa. Tell them where at. And throw it down for them.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
So now, hold on. So this is a good example for a man or a woman would be what? When dealing with their relationship. Now, a woman go and do what? Commit adultery on you. You understand? A man go and have another woman, even though it's not unlawful, right? It's not unlawful, right? I'm talking about woman in the world, of course. In her mind, it's unlawful. You understand? Now read on.
Kind of one kind. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
So therefore, the heart of what?
The heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
What does that mean?
It's like it would be like kind of like you see the drug dealer on the street corner. He been pushing weight, since you was a kid, and then you 15 years old now. He's still doing it. You like, well, damn, Ray ain't get caught yet. So F it, I'm gonna get me a pack. I see how he living. Or the women, whores going to Jamaica or going to Trinidad doing carnival. F my man, I don't need my man. So they like, well, damn, she left her boyfriend. She slept on Kevin. So let me go. I could do the same thing. And they feel like, because they feel like back in the day, the Old Testament said you deserve to get stoned to death. But Christ came on the scene. That don't mean they don't get away with it. That just means, give a little bit of mercy, a little grace.
Yes. And then on the other side is you trying to exact what? Your judgment. You understand? Your judgment quick, and that's evil. You understand? You can't want to take judgment into your own hand. Who has to give the judgment? Who gives the judgment?
The Most High, sir.
The Most High. But okay. Very good. Meaning what? Meaning what, Core, when it said the men of the Lord?
Just like the so-called oppressor has his courthouse that gives judgment, we have our own establishment under Christ and the Most High. Take them to the men of the Lord, and what's bound on earth is bound in heaven.
That's it. That's how you got to look at it. You'll understand what Core said, right? You can't see or have evidence that your woman done commit adultery, and then now you go exact judgment. You understand? You go, try to, get your judgment on her. You have to bring her before who? The priest of the Lord. You understand? You take her to counsel.
So
you understand? And come on.
If I could, so we got some questions based on that.
Come on.
Kind of goes with a question I was going to ask as well. So, Trooper Warrior Allah says, Salaga, so would this mean you'd forgive all things a brother would do to you?
Okay. Yes.
Come on, sir. So I got a question that goes with that.
Come on.
So, because I think when you ask the question of what do people think of when they think of forgiveness? So, again, there's, we can think of something like, somebody stealing money from you or something, but there's like very heinous crimes that a person can commit against a brother or a sister. You know what I'm saying? You got some brothers who got, molested by a man. You know what I'm saying? This man might be an Israelite. So what is forgiveness for that brother who, got, touched or assaulted, you know what I'm saying, by a man? Does that mean that now when this man says, hey, let's go, hang out? You know what I'm saying? Is this brother, can he be like, hell no, I'm not hanging out with you? Or is he still holding a grudge and he should forgive him and be like, cool, let's go hang out and have a drink. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that's one of the
Mhm.
when people think of forgiveness in their
Mhm.
mind, they think it means, wait a minute, so this dude can do, or this person, whoever it is, can do a heinous crime against me, and I just gotta act like nothing happened. I think another brother said that earlier as well. So so like, so yeah, that would be the question, sir.
Okay, and now, okay, no, you there's so many how to put it, there's so many scenarios in that one question there, right? Now I could give you the scenario of a brother or sister coming into the truth, right? Here in Yaniza, yeah,
Salaki, so we're muted, sir. Salaki.
okay, right? So I could give it, you know, what I mean, the example of a brother or sister coming to the truth. So you're a brother or sister coming into the truth, right? A family member or somebody do some, you know, what I mean, something grievous, you know, what I mean, abuse you, right? Now you coming in, right? You learning about what that you're gonna have to what forgive this person, forgive. Now, what should you do as a person coming into this school? You understand? What should you do, right? I'm asking the question. What should you do in this
Salaki,
scenario? Come on.
um, I would try to ask for counsel.
That's the first thing you would have to do. You would ask for counsel on the situation, right? That's the first thing. Now, let's say you didn't ask for counsel. What should you do? All right. And as I say, what you got to say again? Type of one. It's, you know what I mean. I just given it this one scenario, right? Come on.
My bad, Cap. It was a delay. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
No. Come on.
Okay, throughout it, sir. Well, okay, so I heard the scenarios he was saying. I mean, the whole molestation thing and the guy that okay, that's kind of like extreme, but I get it. So I would say, you know, am I right to say that okay, a brother wrongs you, now you're offended, and let's go with the whole sexual assault thing. He molested you, whatever. Why the hell would you be hanging out with him anyway? I don't know, but let's hypothetically say that did happen, and you went to counsel. The brother was found guilty or whatever case may happen. Part of you forgiving him, you see, you got to buy into the fact that you're a new creature in this truth. Like
now you're getting to something.
If my name was Marcus in the world, Marcus was molested, not Kowal. Now, as Kowal, I have to operate as a new creature, meaning I have to believe in the counsel and the men of the Lord and believe that the judgment going to come from the Most High. If I do not believe that and it still bothers me, number one, I'm not in the truth, and number two, I don't understand forgiveness. The problem with these questions, I think, is brothers and sisters are not even understanding becoming a brand new person, as Paul talks about in the New Testament, which is why Christ came on the scene. So you don't. So what if you was touched in the world by Pastor Joe Willie? When you get older, I'm not saying you're gonna have to like it, but part of you becoming a new creature, being washed and clean and brand new. That offense didn't happen to you, the new person. So you got to forgive and let it go, or you won't.
Now you're getting to it. That's why I said, that's why I use the what you call the example of a brother or sister coming into the truth and that happening to them. You understand? Now, this is a question you had to ask yourself. Table one. Will Christ take that into consideration?
Sluggy, sir.
Will Christ take it into consideration? You being abused as a reason to not forgive somebody.
I'm assuming la'a, sir.
Why are you saying la'a?
I mean, because I can't think of a scripture that says, "Oh, you don't have to forgive a brother, or you don't have to forgive someone if they did
okay.
this."
Read the scripture over one more time. Who was reading for me?
So like back in Matthew 18, sir.
Yeah.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 21.
Mhm.
Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him?
Okay,
Till
now,
seven- It's like so.
Now, is Peter being specific?
Sir.
You understand?
Come on.
He's not being specific, but he's asking a question. If somebody what offend me, if somebody abuse me, you understand? How often? Right? Now remember, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying what the abuser, he should not nothing should happen to him. I'm not saying that. And that's what the world, you know what I mean, the world we living in, they want black people to do what? As victims. What do they want black people to do as victims?
Slovakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
They want us to forget and forgive everybody.
Not just forget and forgive, but just forget it on the whole. You understand? Like, how in the hell are you going to tell black people to do what? To forget about slavery? That is disrespectful.
Come on.
You understand what I'm saying? You going to tell black people to forget about slavery? And now I could take it there with a brother or sister coming in to the truth. You know what I mean? How does he or she feels about what the oppressor did to our people? And then the question would be what? Did you forgive the oppressor?
Right.
You understand? Did you forgive him? Come on.
Slovakia, sir. In the book of Luke, chapter
Mhm.
17 and verse 3,
Mhm.
would that apply here?
Let me hear it.
Okay, it's this is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 3.
Mhm.
Take heed to yourselves. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him, and
Mhm.
if he repents, forgive him.
You understand? Rebuke him meaning what?
I mean, call him out and go talk to him and thee alone, and tell him what he
Yeah.
did wrong.
Mhm. Or rebuke him could be what? What could rebuke him be? Huh?
Check him.
Or what could it be? Let's say he don't agree with what you're saying. What would you have to do?
Counsel, sir.
Yeah, take it to counsel. You understand? And
Okay.
then whatever judgment come down in counsel, then whatever happened, it's done and it's gone. You understand? You understand? You rebuke him nonetheless. You understand? You tell him, you go to him and tell him. He don't hear you, then we gotta take it a notch up. We gotta go to counsel on this situation. Right? Read on.
Slovakia, sir. Verse
No,
22.
what's his name? Yanaza. Was that it?
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, that's it on verse 3, where verse 4 is pertaining to it too as well.
Okay, read it. Let me hear it.
Take verse 4. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17, and verse 4. And if trespass against thee 7 times a day, and 7 times in a day turn again to thee, saying, I repent, thou shalt forgive him.
You understand? He turned and said, "What, Salak here, brother? He do the same mess 7 times or 10 times in one day." And you tell you, Salak here, guess what? Matter forgive him. You understand? You could take him to counsel, but at the end of the counsel, you're gonna have to do what?
Forgive.
You gotta forgive him.
So
and move on. Come on.
So, just to be clear, so what this is kind of saying is that a person, to forgive a person, right? That person should admit that they wronged you or did something wrong. Is that correct?
Okay, the person could do that, right? And that's more so for a person who what? In the truth, right? When I say in the truth, meaning they understand the dynamics of forgiveness. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Kind of one kind.
Right? You know what I mean? Somebody in the world, you know what I mean, he doing something wrong. Was he likely to him acknowledging he doing something wrong? Hello?
The water, sir.
No, I'm asking, what's the likelihood of him saying you do something wrong
Say that
to
again
him?
one more time, please, sir.
What's the likelihood of that brother saying, yeah, I do something wrong?
What would I say to him at that point?
No. I said, what's the likelihood?
What's the like
Meaning,
in the
yes,
world?
yes, a brother in the world or sister in the world.
Much less than 50%.
You understand? Right? Not to say that the one say, hey, sorry, brother, I didn't mean to do that. No, they may say, but let's say he and say, what you gonna do? You're gonna bust him upside the head and get held with assault?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Come on, sir. What you just said with are you gonna go upside his head or whatever? So I guess like that's kind of so just to make it clear, like when we say forgiveness, right? Like to make it practical, you know what I'm saying? Like not abstract. What can I if somebody, let's say a brother walks up to me, I'm walking down the street, some brother, bop me upside my head for nothing, right? What
No,
action?
Chaba one. No. These one not saying. The scenario given me is pertaining to self-defense. Let me put it like that to you. I'm not saying to let nobody hit you upside the head.
Sir.
You understand what I'm saying? Somebody hit you upside the head, you better defend yourself out.
Sir.
You better defend yourself. You understand? I'm talking about, offense. Offense where a brother might, cut you off. You're walking to, someone, he just cut you off from walking in that direction. You understand? Best thing to do is to say, oh, Stalaki, brother, hey, go ahead, brother. Like what you do at camp. You understand what I'm saying? He's in the world. You know better. You understand? He step on his shoes. You might be, oh man, ain't no sweat, brother. You go ahead, man. Just the shoes. You dust that joint off, you move on. You understand? That you know what I mean? Situations like that. You understand what I'm saying? And now if you want to go down the path of him sleeping with a woman, let's then what's gonna happen?
Counsel, sir.
Yeah, you gotta go to counsel, right? But you ain't gonna pull out a piece and try to unalive him. You understand? You understand? And you're gonna have to do what? You gotta forgive that SLOT. You understand? But am I saying to take that SLOT back? Hello? No. Not now. You will let the Lord deal with her. You don't say, you know what? Come on.
So is this a big? Again, I know I'm sounding redundant. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. I'm just trying to be clear. You know what I'm saying? For when I teach and so on. So in other words, in that situation, you can say that I forgave her because I didn't kill the broad.
You forgave her because you didn't kill her.
Meaning.
I mean, you didn't unalive her. Come on.
Come on, Salaki, sir. Meaning, if somebody say, "Did you forgive that woman that committed adultery?" I'm like, "Yeah, I forgave her. I didn't unalive her. I didn't choke her out when she told me she was doing
that how brothers in the world talk. We don't talk like that in here. I mean, every brother in the world want to talk like that.
I'm just trying to be practical. I'm trying to. Basically, if somebody say, "Well, okay, did you forgive that woman that did such and such?" and I say, "Khan, how did you forgive her?" What would be my answer? Like, I know I forgave her because this happened. I didn't do this, or I did do this. You know what I'm saying? That I guess that's the question I'm asking. Like, what is the tangible thing I can say? Oh yeah, I forgave her because XYZ happened.
Yeah, but well, she not with you no more, right? Ain't no harm come to her, nothing.
Come on, that's what I want to know. Come on.
Yeah, you understand? So you know what I mean? You in other words, you let her what? What did Paul say? If an unbeliever leave, let them what? Let them leave her. Let them go. You understand? You're not, you know what I mean? You're not trying to force nobody to do anything. You're not trying to do anything to jeopardize your position in the truth. You understand? You're not doing that. You understand? And that's why in here it's built on what? This here is built on what? Brotherhood. You understand? We love each other in here. You have an issue with a brother, you do what? You go to he and they alone, right?
Okay,
Give me 1 minute. Tabo, finish reading that scripture.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him?
Mm-hmm.
Till 7 times? Verse 22. Yahushua saith unto him, I say unto thee, it's like I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
You understand? Like you have to forgive your brother, but nonetheless, forgiving your brother doesn't mean no judgment coming to him.
Come on, sir.
It's just you not the one doing what?
The judgment.
What you not doing? Yeah, you not doing judgment.
Come on.
Because the Bible say what? Vengeance is mine, say the Lord. You understand? I will repay. You understand? All right?
Come on.
All right. Somebody was saying Salakia.
Oh yeah, that was me, Slakia.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question about because I was talking to somebody the other day just about what we were just speaking on about your brother sleeping with your woman, and they were asking me if like how would I forgive them and blah blah blah. But the question I have now is if your woman sleeps with another man, that's when you should end things and leave it be.
Let's see what Christ said. Who could put up for me what Christ said?
It's like it real quick, Cap. That verse you said about the what Thabawam was saying about how do you forgive them? How do you forgive them? Well, with the scripture you read a few weeks back about in Romans about don't recompense no man for evil.
Yeah. That's why I just quote the Romans 12 and 19.
Right, and the part was I was saying like where it says dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in doing so, thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head. But not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. You treat the brother good, because that's if you want vengeance and justice. You want those hot coals heaped upon his head. Hey, Shalom, brother, how you doing? He gonna be like, damn, I'm molesting this man. I'll punch this man. He still treating me nice. Yeah, because I want you to pay. It's not a fake thing. Right. It's you maintaining a brotherhood and sisterhood so Lord can do his job. You doing the opposite is you taking vengeance. Even if you treat that person mean, that's vengeance.
Yeah.
You doing action to treat them bad.
That's right. And just to add, you know what I mean, we don't suffer abusers in here. That's just the place.
Right.
You'll be put exactly where you need to be, which is in the world.
Damn right.
You understand? So that's us showing you what?
Mercy.
That's us not doing what? Taking vengeance. You understand? Let the Lord deal with you. You understand? All right.
So like if I may, out of one. And if we do not do that, like we're gonna take the approach when somebody asks you about a brother, guess what? You're gonna talk about how you feel about a brother because you never really forgave that brother. And you're gonna start to create a division amongst brothers when you could just simply forgive and work on yourself. I've been taught that we talk about forgiveness is for you.
That's right.
And when you do that, then you bring brothers and sisters closer together. But lo and behold, if you holding that vengeance, and if you try to exact that vengeance upon that brother, guess what? It's gonna spread like a wildfire.
That's right.
And we can't have that in here. So like it.
That's right. No, give me that scripture I asked. I think it's in Matthew 19. Who holding it for me? That one, you get it?
Salaki, sir, which one?
Matthew 19, where Christ, or Matthew 23, one of them, where Christ was speaking about adultery.
Come.
Let me see if I get it here quick, right?
You talking about when he said, you talking about when he said, look upon a woman to lust after her?
No. Just now. I'll get just now.
Come.
So no, I think it's 23. Go to Matthew 23.
Come on, Concert.
Right. Let the brother who asked the question go to it. Right. Hold on. Is it Matthew 23? Boy, hold on. Hold on. Y'all know the scripture I'm talking about?
So, like I said,
Oh,
is it where Moses said, because of the hardness of your heart?
yeah.
That's Matthew 19 and 8.
Matthew
Sir.
19. Come on. What about Matthew 19 and 8? Right. Skip up to verse 7.
Young man Angelo, you got it?
Yes, I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 7. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away?
Right.
Verse 8.
No, hold on. Right. You know what? Go up to verse 3. Go up to verse 3.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
So what is that asking?
Is it okay to leave your wife for everything that she does in sin? Basically.
You almost had it. You almost had it.
Sorry for every cause.
Right? That's certainly. Is it lawful to just leave your woman for anything? Right? So the Pharisees asking Christ this question. And they say they were what? Tempting him, meaning they were trying to do what? What were they trying to do to Christ?
Trying to get him to do something unlawful.
Not to do, but what?
They was trying to.
To say something on that will cause them to what? Stone him to death. You understand?
Okay.
Right? So read on. No, skip down to verse 7 now.
Okay.
Right? Skip down to verse 7.
Verse 7. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement?
So he's asking, why Moses give a bill of divorce? Why? Why? So which meaning what? They're saying, well, Moses give us what? A reason to do what? To give a bill of divorce. Right? You just write, write on this document that me and this woman is no longer together. And then do what? Give her it, send her out the house. Moses did that. Why? Because we were fighting and unaliving each other. Just like what we're doing today. You understand? You ever hear stories about brothers unaliving their women and then turning the gun on themselves? You understand? Well, Moses back then was trying to stop that from happening. So he said what? Let's write a bill of divorce to this woman. But read and see what Christ is going to say. Read on.
Verse 8. He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so.
But what did he say? What Christ said?
Because of the hardness of your hearts suffered.
You see that but that come, anything that come before it. All right. He's saying that Moses did what? Because of the hardness of your heart, because you couldn't what? Forgive your wife. Right? She burned the food. Forgive her. You understand?
Right.
She messed your coffee up. Forgive her. Nah, you was like, nah, you can't cook a piece of meat. You can't cook rice. We done. Look, we done. Take this, go. Why? Because brothers was doing what? They were fighting. Sisters and brothers were what? Fighting. You understand?
Oh, come.
Right? But Christ is saying, but from the beginning, it was not so, meaning that marriage was not supposed to be you just write a bill of divorce and you send this woman on her way. That's what Christ is saying. Right? Now read on.
Okay. And I say unto verse 9, and I
Mhm.
say unto you, whoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication,
Hold on. So whosoever what?
put away his wife
So let me put away his wife.
to divorce her, put her
Yes.
out the house,
Yes. Divorce her. You know, kick her out. You understand? Read on.
except it be for fornication.
Now, except, what does that mean?
Meaning that fornication is the exception
To do what?
to put away your wife.
Yeah. Now, you gotta ask yourself this question. What is fornication?
Uh, un set any sexual act not between a man and wife under Most High in Christ.
Just to put it simple, any sex that's unlawful,
Okay.
right? And what sex is unlawful?
Mm.
Hello?
Slug, sir.
There.
Come on.
Bestiality.
Yes.
Oh,
Unlawful. That's fornication. What else?
Slug, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Homosexuality.
Yes. Right?
So I get one.
Come on.
Lesbianism.
What?
Lesbianism.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And
adultery.
yep. Who said that?
Officer Hawan.
Who?
Officer Hawan.
Yes. Adultery. That's the question he was asking, right, brother?
Come.
Right? Adultery is a form of fornication,
Come.
right? Now read on. So except it be for that, meaning you cannot leave your wife if she burns that car down. If she throws your clothes outside and light it up on the lawn, you better find something to love that woman for.
Come.
You're gonna have to forgive her for burning your Jordans up.
Mm.
You understand? You gotta forgive her for burning that Camaro up, right? For keying that car up, for you know what I mean, for deflating that tire. I hope I ain't getting sisters' ideas, but you're gonna have to forgive that woman. You understand?
Come.
And find something to you know what I mean to rekindle that fire, that love. But if she commits fornication, oh, it's done. In order to find love is over. It's done. You understand? Now read on.
And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I say unto you, whoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery, and whoso
Now,
marrieth.
no, you have to explain that part to me.
And shall marry another, committeth adultery.
Hmm?
So if you have to be for fornication and shall marry
So
another.
no, the question is, can a man have more than one wife?
Oh, Slocky, I don't know.
You what?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. The men in the Bible you read about, right?
Mhm.
Did they have one woman?
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Was it wrong? Did you read any part of it where it say was wrong? What is wrong when you have another woman or more than one woman? What is the sin in it? Akim, anybody can answer. What is wrong?
So like I said, if I may,
Come on.
if the woman is married to someone else,
If the woman is married to someone else, and what else?
So I guess that the other
Mhm.
nation, Officer here,
Uh-huh.
marrying
Mhm.
the other nations and them.
Yes. You can't go on no interracial marriages, none
That's
whatsoever.
right.
None. But if you see an Israelite woman and she is single act, it could be one, it could be two, it could be five of them you want to talk to. It's on and popping.
That's right.
You understand? What
Count.
you what you cannot do is marry a woman that is already married, and you can't marry a woman of another nation.
Con.
You understand?
Con.
All right. So yes, the Bible is speaks about is what polygamy or polygamy. You understand? It does speak. A man could have more than one woman. No, could he have none?
Con.
Yeah, he can have none. Could he have one?
Con.
Yes. Meaning this. Does it give a number on how much woman a man could have?
La, sir.
It does not. You understand? And that still does not give you a license to go stick your rod in any hole you feel you can stick your rod in.
Con.
You understand? That doesn't give you a license to do that. You understand? All right? No, read on. No. This part, somebody had to answer this part for me. Where it say, and shall marry another, committed adultery. So you know a man can have more than one woman. That is known. What is that talking about there?
Salagi,
Come on.
Oh, con. So it's just saying, because at that time, the Roman laws being implemented were that in order to marry another woman, you had to divorce or get rid of your previous wives or your previous wife. So it's saying, it's going against that by saying like you can't get rid of the wife you have to go get another one. You got to keep them both.
Yes. And this is also saying that the man does what? This is how a man commits what?
Adultery, sir.
Adultery. You understand? When he does what? When he puts his wife away for no reason.
Con, sir.
You understand?
Con.
But read on, young man.
Oh, wow. Okay. And shall marry another committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her which is put away doth commit adultery.
Meaning you go sleep with a woman who man left her. No, you committing what?
Adultery.
Adultery. Now, let that sink in. Now, if young, blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people learn this young, this will take care of the problems we have in relationships.
Con.
It'll take care of a lot of problems. There won't be a ton of divorce. The reason why there's a ton of divorce is because we don't understand what marriage is. You know what I mean? Even from the jump, right? To us, right? Marriage is walking down an aisle or putting a ring on a woman's finger.
Right.
That is not marriage.
Right.
You understand? That is not marriage. That's why it doesn't last. Sex is marriage. You understand? Sex is marriage.
Yeah,
All right?
so,
According to the Bible. Come on.
yeah, and just to know you walk us through, it's step by step now. It's so important now, and I always like to touch on this for the viewing public and the viewing audience viewing. This is something that really take note of. Open your notepad, write it down. Because now, as we say, as our king explained it best, at that time our heart was hard. And this is why it's so important for us to learn our history and to know our records. And this is why, again, I'll always echo this. Commanding General Yana is the only man with the rank and the authority to raise back up Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, because now we get information that is so important for us today in order to build Black families, Hispanic families, and Native Indian families.
That's right. That's right, now. That's right. That's right. Now, you good with that, young man?
Concert.
All right. So the only way you could leave your woman is if she commits adultery. I mean, or fornication. You walk in and she in bed with, you know what I mean, with the plastic toy and some woman. You understand? It's a done deal. You know what I mean? Pack that bag. She's for the street side. You understand? She go have, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, sex with the homies. She for the streets. You understand? All right. You walk in on some bestiality on, you know what I mean, doing something with, you know what I mean, with Sparky. She for the streets side. You understand? Or for the stables, however you want to put it. But she ain't for your house. You understand? All right. All right. Any more questions? If not, let's get into something here that, you know what I mean. I think Bankial was touching on it real good also too.
So I guess
Come on.
was Asha here, right? Now that question, right? We talking about wife, right? What was the fight? Was King Solomon on brotherly with like on brotherly, like when comment to all the woman he had, like it like he didn't want to
Hey.
like what like when they check this thing for the year, right? You say he had how much
I think he had 700 wives and 300 concubines.
Right, so they say 1,000 women, I think. Within that year, he could have never refused all the women. So I say, like, it was just a greedy, he had a greed for woman.
Okay. The greed, the greed wasn't so much for woman, and they don't want to get caught up in that aspect of it, if you understand what I'm saying. Because when you start doing that and you start looking at a man's house, you understand, then it's almost to the point whereas he may not be greedy, he might have things organized. What was Solomon charged for?
Your lawful violation.
Yes, that's what he was charged for. He wasn't charged for having his own woman, his own sisters. You understand? What the Bible say? Go to it in Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah. Hold on.
Isaiah 4:1.
Oh boy. Who said that? Sha. You know it. You're reading my mind. What does Isaiah 4:1 say?
Isaiah chapter 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take full of 1 man.
7 what?
7 women shall take full of
And
1
now, why is it saying 7?
7 what? Why is it 7?
Yeah.
It just given you, I think, a random that it could be more, it could be less, but let's do that.
Yes, it could be 700, it could be 1,000. You understand? But guess what? That your woman. You understand? Just make sure they're what? They're Israelites. You understand? The 7 just mean a lot of women gonna take hold of 1 man. You understand? Don't get so much caught up with the fact that, you know what I mean, that he was, you know what I mean, he greedy. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean, if you want to say he was more lustful towards these other nation, yeah, you could say that. You understand? Because he ended up doing what? He ended up sinning because he went and married these other nation. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? All right. Now, let me think. Let me see if there's an example of somebody who like what's his name? What's a good example? Samson. How much women Samson had? How many women Samson had? Huh? How much? One woman. What type of woman?
African.
African. He lust after an African woman and did what? And lost his life. Right? You understand? The lusting after, you know what I mean, these other nation women will get you in trouble, like OJ, like was your like Tiger Woods. You understand? And these sisters and all too, you lusting after these other heathen nation men. It gonna get you in some, you know what I mean, problems. You understand? All right. Okay. And if you want to use an example of a man lusting after a woman, what's a good example? What's a good example?
Slug sir.
King David.
Yeah. King David lust after a man woman to the point where he put that man where? On the front line to go to war. On the front line. You understand? That you should not do. You understand? You cannot lust after another man, woman. You can't do that. You understand? And Christ came and he upped it and tell you can't do that. You can't go look after a woman that is what? That is married and lust after her. You understand? You can't do that. Now, if she's single, can you lust after her? You understand? You can't do it. If she's single,
Slug sir.
can you lust after her?
You can lust after.
Come on. How else you going? How else do you think you fall in love, huh? You think you just see the woman and be like, you're like a robot. You're like, yeah, I want to be with her.
Right.
Now, it's something you lust after. It could be what? It could be the way she talk, the way she smell, the way she look. You know what I mean? Everybody different. You know what I mean? You might go after a woman because, you know what I mean, you like, you know what I mean, how she speak. You know what I mean? How she act. You understand? But you better make sure she what?
She's single, sir.
She's single. You better make sure she's single.
Yeah,
You
right.
understand? And you better make sure she's not a what? She's not for the streets. So you bring her in here and let her do her 6 months. To a year. Don't worry. No brother in here gonna touch her. And if a brother in here, you know what I mean, touch her, guess what? The saying is you touch it, you break it, it's what? It's yours. No, you deal with that problem now and see how long that gonna last. You understand? Let these brothers come in here do this 6 months, 7 months, or whatever. The sisters come in and do the 6 months, to a year. Let them come in here and do the 6 months to a year, man. Your brothers come in here and change your life. The sisters come in here and change your life. Don't worry about the other part. The other part, you know what I mean, will fix itself. You understand?
Slug,
you good with that?
So like I said, so the best thing to do when you take somebody that's not lust for woman.
Say that one time?
The best way to put to kick somebody that's not lust for plenty woman.
That's all. You understand? But the lust for the heathens, that's the lust you don't want. them other women that was Israelites, yeah, he could have them out. He could have them. Remember, I don't know if you remember with King David also too. I think one of his wives then was jealous of how he was. I think he was dancing in front of the maid, and he made all of them what his woman, and put that one, up in some house, but he never put her away. You understand?
Like I said, that was
Come on,
sold daughter.
huh?
That was sold daughter.
Yeah, that was Saul daughter, correct. Uh-huh. All right. Salakia, Gaparia. Go ahead.
Oh yes, sir. You said something earlier about like long as that sister is single. So now, what's the law, or what would it be considered lawfully if there's two sisters that's in a relationship, meaning they're carpet munchers, and a brother sleeps with one of them? Is that considered like adultery or fornication?
Okay, hold on. No, you gotta watch your language. When I say watch your language, meaning if me and you talking, yeah, it's good, but we on YouTube.
Oh,
You know what I mean? We inside somebody's house that. You understand? So you're saying if two women are in a relationship and a man comes in and marry her, is that adultery?
Or is it fornication? Like, what is it considered under the law?
Okay, meaning you're talking about the man and the woman having relation, or the two women?
No, the man and the woman. Like the man decides to marry one sister. Like he might not have known that she was in a relationship or whatever.
But okay, meaning she's still in the relationship. Like remember when you all get these, there's so many, how to put it, there's so many scenarios. You understand? Because the sister could have been in it and she decide what? She gonna change her life and get a man.
Right.
Now, am I going to hold her for what she did in the past? Then she got to hold you for what you did in the past too, right?
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
No, if that's her lifestyle, meaning she would a woman, right? That's her lifestyle. You know it, and you go on. Sleep with her. Then you just marry a what? SLOT. I'm spelling it like this on purpose, right? Now pronounce it. You understand?
Right.
Right? That is not going to work. You understand? You just marry some, some trash. You know what I mean? That's why you brothers in here, it's, you better take marriage serious. You understand? Because you go marry some woman, right, in the world, you understand, that don't give a damn about, don't have any shame. You understand? You ain't just marrying that woman. What you just did, you just brought her into what?
To the school, sir.
Say it. You just brought her into what?
The truth, sir?
No.
Yes,
That's simple. Come on.
yes, sir. The body of Christ.
Yes, you brought her into the family. Now, what you're saying, I ain't saying but I want you to say it a certain way. You understand? So that when you're about to do that, you start to do a checklist. Does this sister believe it? She paying tithes? No. Then let me give her some chance time to change. Since we have classes, such. Like let her prove herself. You understand? Let her prove herself. Give her time to change.
Come.
You understand? Because you're gonna marry some sister, she might be, that's going to bring shame onto you. Or now she brings shame onto you. She brings shame onto this brotherhood. And you don't want to have that.
Come.
You understand? I forget. Hold on. Let me see if I get that scripture quick. All right. All right. Any more questions while I look for this here quick?
Salakia,
Uh-huh.
there was a question in the chat.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It says,
Give me hold on, young man. Give me Hebrews 13 and 4. Let Tabo when you deal with the questions in the chat, right?
Con.
Young man, get this to me. Hebrews 13 and 4.
Salaki, sir, you want the question?
Let him read this first.
Con.
Mm-hmm.
this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is honorable in all.
All right. Marriage is what?
Honorable in all.
Meaning what? It's good that what? A man and a woman should what? Should marry. You understand? It's good. Right? Read on.
And the bed undefiled.
On what?
And the bed undefiled.
On the bed undefiled. Read on.
But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
Right? But what?
But whoremongers and adulterers.
Mm-hmm. What's a whoremonger?
Basically,
hold on. The pirate was a whoremonger.
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh, like a pimp.
Yeah.
Right. And who again? Just a pimp?
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
I think a whoremonger also would be like a brother. You know what I'm saying? If a brother sleeps with women and puts them away, that's being a whoremonger as well.
Yeah, you just doing what? You just, you know what I mean, having sex with his sister. You know she what? She on the other side. She for the streets. But you doing it nonetheless. You understand? You just racking numbers up.
Right, come on.
You understand? And what? And what?
adulterers.
And adulterers. So it take care of somebody who just what? Sex to them is just what? For exercise or entertainment.
Come on.
You understand? But the Bible say what? Marriage is honorable. And the bed what? Undefiled. You understand? Ain't nothing wrong with a man and a woman having sex. But now, when you take that to be, now you could go sleep with what? You could go sleep with Karen, or you could go sleep with some filthy, disgusting, you know what I mean, SLOT. You understand? Then guess what? Then guess what? The Lord will what? Read on.
But the Lord will judge.
The Lord gonna judge you. And that's why when you get up, you have to go to the clinic because something white is oozing out of you.
Good night.
You understand? You have some hair growing on a root that way it's not supposed to grow. You understand?
How come?
Or you could get what? Or you could get the magic. You understand? You get the Magic Johnson. You got the what? The HIV.
Damn.
You understand?
Come on.
All right. That's how serious it is. The Lord don't play with that. You understand? You could get some venereal, some disgusting venereal disease that is not going to leave you. You know what I mean? Like syphilis. It's bad. It has, you know what I mean? It has real bad stuff out there.
Come on.
You know what I mean? For whoremongers and adulterers.
Come.
You understand? All right. All right. Comparative, good with that, right?
Oh, come, sir.
All right, come on, Tabo one.
Sister Najee said, Salaki, sir, if I may ask, if a woman is pregnant or in labor and her life is at risk, if she chooses her life over the baby, is that considered abortion? If not, how would she go about it?
No, that is not considered abortion. What is that considered?
Salaki, sir. Self-defense.
Yes, that's considered self-defense. Now, you're a sister, you're pregnant, and you have to go through that. You make sure and bring that doctor paper to the men of the Lord so we could read it. You understand? And see exactly what it says. And if he says that is the case, then you know what I mean. So yeah, you know what I mean. Then that is what's going to have to happen. You understand? Right? A sister ain't gonna be held accountable for, you know what I mean, for that type of abortion if her life is put in jeopardy because of the child. You understand? Right? And those are, you know what I mean, rare cases. You understand? Right? But nonetheless, you know what I mean, you go to the doctor tell you that, you better bring that, you know what I mean, that paper back to the priest of the Lord. You have a husband, you make sure and bring that paper, alert your husband and let him know immediately. You understand? And he's going to bring it to the man of the Lord. All right. Any more questions? If not, okay, let me see if I get this here, right? I can't pronounce the brother name correctly, right? But this brother, he's a writer, right? I think he went to school in Howard University. I think he's working at Howard University too. Come on, you might know his name.
I don't know if you wanted to deal with it, or if you want to go into your topic, sir. But there was another question I did see Salaki.
Come on, bring it.
A while ago. Come on, so the brother says, Salaki Adwan, may I have a breakdown of Philemon, chapter 1, verses 16 through 18, Baba Kusha. The water.
Come on.
Salaki, so let me get it on.
All right, Philemon, yes, there, right? I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm not set up a whole lot. Philemon, what? 1 and what?
16, sir. 16 through 18.
Okay, go ahead.
Salaki, full chapter. This is the book of Philemon. How you pronounce this other one? I'm used to saying Philemon. Is it Philemon?
I said, yeah, Philemon. I just, Philemon. I hope
I'll go with what you said. Come on. The book of Philemon, chapter 1 and verse 16. Not now as a servant, but above a servant, a brother beloved, especially to me, but how much more unto thee, both in the flesh and in the Lord. Verse 17. If thou count me therefore a partner, receive him as myself.
Okay, hold on.
Like, sir.
Yeah, read on. Let me see if I catch on.
Come on, verse 18. If he hath wronged thee or oweth thee aught, put that on mine account.
Right.
Into verse 18, sir.
Okay, let me see. Let's skip up to maybe verse 13.
Come on, sir. Verse 13. Whom I would have.
Skip up to verse 10.
Come on, sir. Verse 10. I beseech thee for my son, Onesimus, whom I have begotten in my bonds.
You understand? So he's saying son meaning what? You understand? So he's saying, right? What is he saying? Because we know Paul wasn't what? Come on.
He's talking about it like a student in the school.
Yes. Correct. Right? Read on.
Come on. Verse 11. Which in time past was to thee unprofitable, but now profitable to thee and to me.
You understand? He was what? He was unprofitable. Meaning what?
He wasn't, if I could, he wasn't really worth nothing. He wasn't bringing nothing in. He wasn't
any work. He wasn't any work. He was a sideline. But now he decided to do what? He decided to come on and put that work in. Right? Read on. When I say put that work in, meaning he came into the truth and he started to do what? He started work. Come on.
You got a question with where you said on the sideline, like
come on.
Could you elaborate on when, like, And give examples of what it would be to be on the sideline versus the work.
So somebody on the sideline is somebody who is not one could not be coming to class, but no, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna come in when you know what I mean when World War III jump off. Just before World War III jump off, I'm gonna come in. You're on the sideline while brothers playing. While you have brothers in all black trying to come in, you on the sideline.
Right.
You know all the precept. You know Christ is black. You know Revelation 1 and 13. You understand? You know Job 30 and 30. You know all the precept. But guess what? You're on the sideline. You know what I mean? And all the way, almost all the way in the bleachers. Okay. You understand? Right? But you got to what? Decide to do what? You got to start coming to what? Training. You got to start showing up. You got to start meaning. You got to start coming to class. You understand? Come on. Come on.
So on the topic of sidelines, so let's say if you got a brother that comes to school, you know, he come to class, he pays his tithes, he comes to the high holidays, he comes to the Passover, he comes to the cookout, he does all that, but he doesn't come to camp necessarily. You know, like he never took the officer's test. He you know he doesn't want to come to camp like how we do, but he does everything else and pay tithes. Would he still be considered a sideline, or what would that brother be classified as?
Okay, so is he doing any work?
Well, I mean, like I said, he comes to school, he pays his tithes, he does. I mean,
okay. Answer my question. Is he doing any work? Does he want to be in the brotherhood?
He's in the brotherhood. I mean, if he participates, he's in the brotherhood. He's just not an officer. So I would say he still puts in the work. Maybe not to the level what an officer would do, but he still participates though.
Okay, when they say participate, what are you doing?
He's self-funding the school. I mean, he pays tithes. He'll, you know, if the school needs rent paid, he pays that. He, you know, if he needs to house a brother for the Passover, for somewhere a place to stay, he does all those things. But he's just not an officer.
So where is he then?
So what now?
Is he okay? Meaning this, right? When you at camp, right, and you look to the left, is he there? So when do you see him?
In class.
He in class? He teaching, or he just sitting down in class?
He's a student.
Oh, he's a student. Now you see what's happening, right? So if you're saying he's a student, that means either one, he doesn't have his name. Two, he have his name, but he just does not want to do what?
He just don't want to be an officer.
Yeah, he don't want to. He don't want to be a trooper because he's a student.
God,
you understand? He on the sideline. Ain't nothing wrong with being on the sideline, and don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with being on the sideline. You understand? But don't be that person to try and do what? Don't be what? That person that do what? Help me out here. The part what I'm trying to say, don't be that brother that trying to do what? That trying to stay in the UPK, you're in the UPK and you're not. Meaning what? Now you in the strip club. You come and sit down in class. Come on.
Don't be lukewarm.
I ain't gonna say so much. Okay, yes, don't be lukewarm, but as what's his name? As the pirate is trying to explain to me, this brother is doing what? He coming to class, he paying his tithes, right? Then I gotta ask the pirate, is he keeping the laws?
Come on.
As far as you know, he keeping the laws. Okay, so he not in the strip club, right? He not coming to camp. He not teaching. Ain't nothing wrong with being on the sideline. Ain't nothing wrong with being a student. Anything wrong with being a student?
Sir.
Nothing wrong with being a student. Come on.
So with that being said, right, there's nothing wrong with being a student. So, you know, it's almost like the brother that Officer Private is describing as like a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like he not, you know what I mean? Like you see, he not going to the strip club. He ain't none of that. he just, you know, he playing it safe. He want to just pay his tithes and come to class and keep the laws, and he ain't trying to, you know what I mean, go to camp and potentially, you know, get unalived doing the work. You know what I'm saying? But so with that being said, if that is sideline, then if he's on the sideline, then some cat that's not an ISUPK, some individual like or some fake Israelite, he gotta be what, like outside the arena, like he's not even
he's not even inside the arena. Not Negro, you know what I mean, in the car park, you know what I mean, parking cars or doing something. You know what I mean? He not even trying to, you know what I mean, come and look in and, you know what I mean, cheer on. You understand?
Right.
That's them, you know what I mean, them purple Christians. You understand? This ain't them. They're not on the sideline. You understand? They're nowhere to be found. Right? Read on.
Salakia, so let me go back to it. Salakia, verse 11, which in time past was to thee unprofitable, but now profitable to thee and to me. Verse 12, whom I have sent again. Thou therefore receive him, that is, mine own bowels. Verse 13.
You understand? You see how this book black? What's Paul telling him to do?
I was gonna say, oh my goodness, that's Salakia. He called him son. I didn't know that was in the scriptures. You know, I'm gonna tell everybody that son is in the Bible. I didn't know that.
I'm telling you. No, our oppressor reading it, he will say what? Paul had a what? A child.
A son.
Yeah, he'll say he had a son. Or with what he just said there, receive him that is mine, my own bowels. He gonna be like, well, what comes from my bowels? So when this brother is just saying what? He's what? Flesh of my flesh. You know what I mean? He family. He family. Receive him. You understand? Read on.
Salakia. Verse 13. Whom I would have retained with me, that in thy stead he might have ministered unto me in the bond of the gospel.
You understand? So he is saying what? He would have retained him, meaning he would have done what? He would have keep him. You understand? But this truth had to what? This truth had to come out. You understand? So guess what? Now you brothers are gonna have to go to what? Different cities. You know what I mean? Even though I want to retain you, even though I want to keep you right here, we had to build. You understand? We had to build. Read on.
Verse 14. But without thy mind would I do nothing, that thy benefit should not be as it were of necessity, but willingly.
You understand? Meaning what? This work here is not out of what? Necessity, but what? Willingly. You understand? You doing this work willingly. You understand? Ain't nobody forcing you to do this. Ain't nobody telling you, sticking no piece to your dome and telling you get up on the podium and say this. You understand? You know what I mean? Like how you see on so much of them some of them movies when they were showing you these Arabs, you know what I mean, telling these oppressors, read this right here and look at the camera. Ain't nobody doing you that. You understand? Ain't nobody doing that. You are getting up on that podium, you putting on all black, you wearing all black willingly.
That's right.
You understand? Read on.
Like you said. Verse 15. For perhaps he therefore departed for a season, that thou shouldest receive him forever.
You understand? He departed for what?
A season.
Right, for a season, meaning what? You understand?
Salaki, sir, just meaning like he went away for a while or something?
Yeah, he departed for a season, huh? He wasn't in the sideline for a while. He maybe was looking in, he wasn't ready to come in. You know, you have some brothers or some sisters be sitting on the sideline. You ask some sister, I've been looking at you all for a year now. I was paying my tithes, I was doing this, but you know what I mean, I wasn't, you know what I mean, I wasn't really, you know what I mean, I couldn't come all the way in. You understand? But remember, this brother was what? He wasn't here, but he was what? He was unprofitable in times past. Meaning he had what? He left out. Came in, he left out for a season, but he what? He back. He didn't leave what? So you ain't gonna receive him forever. You understand? Sometimes brothers go through that arc where they come in and, you know what I mean, instead of leaning on the brotherhood, they give in to that demon, that, you know what I mean, a depression. And I mean, and before you know it, you don't see them and you'll be like, yo, where this brother went? What's going on? And then all of a sudden he pops back up. Hey brother, how you doing? You all right? Yeah. So I care about that. You know what I mean? And then he just what? Come in. And before you know it, he's one of the baddest cats on the block. You understand? He didn't leave forever. He more like left because, you know what I mean, he's trying to deal with something. Not saying you should do that, but you should what? Put that burden on what? On the brotherhood. Let us go through that, what you're going through together. You understand? Read on.
Verse 16. Not now as a servant, but above a servant.
Yeah, not now as a what?
As a servant.
And he ain't a servant, you understand? And he giving you what? He giving you the visual of he ain't what? He ain't at this level.
Right.
He's what? He's above a servant. You understand? Read on.
But above a servant, a brother beloved, special to me.
Yes, sir. Paul, this brother was special to Paul. You understand? Right? You know, when we come in here, you know what I mean, we serve. We do what? What you had to do when you come in. You remember what you all had to do when you come in? Each and every one of you. I did it too. You understand? You had to do what? Clean the toilet. You have to make sure the class clean. Make sure the chairs put up. You understand? And ain't nothing wrong with that. That is you learning, you know what I mean, from the ground up. You understand? So when a man come in, a brother come in, you know exactly how to do what? Bring that brother up. You understand? Right? Read on.
A brother beloved, especially to me, but how much more unto thee?
How much what?
Like, sir.
But what?
But how much more unto thee?
Now he's saying what? He's so special, but he's saying how much more unto thee, unto you, who in this school. Read on.
Both in the flesh and in the Lord.
Meaning this brother is what? He's asking a question. This brother is what? This brother is what?
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
He's a brother in the school.
Yeah, but okay. Okay, Paul is, what is Paul doing with his brother right now? What is Paul doing with his brother right now? Uh-huh.
He's like in the school, like he's kind of like standing for him.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He today is his day. He getting what? He getting put above a servant right today. You understand? This is his day. You see this man right here? Yeah, man, this man right here. Yeah, I mean, he come from my what? Bowels. He's my son. You understand? These, you know what I mean? How much more he is to you, to thee, both in what? The flesh and in the Lord. Meaning what? This brother is a what? That's with a P. This brother is becoming a what? A P-I-L-L-A-R. Becoming a what? I hope I spell it correct. Did I spell? Yeah. Did I spell it correct, Tab one? Next year, somebody gonna instead of fact check, they're gonna spell check, man. You know what I mean? He's still gonna be, you know what I mean? He can't even spell. He's spelling the, you know what I mean, the female, you know what I mean, S-L-O-T when it's supposed to be S, you know. You know what I mean? I know how to spell. You know what I mean?
No concept.
All right, come on, read on. Yeah, so he's saying that this brother is what? He's becoming a what? A pillar in here, man. Read on.
Come on, verse 17. If thou count me therefore a partner, receive him as myself.
He said, if thou count me what? A brother. You got to receive him. I'll stop one saying, Paul is standing for this brother. You understand? So this brother had to have a what? A serious reputation for Paul to stand for him. Right? Read on.
Come on, verse 18. If he hath wronged thee or oweth thee aught, put that on mine account.
Then, Negro. What is Paul saying? What is Paul saying? What is Paul saying? Hello?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Is it Paul like giving surety for that brother?
Yes, that's it. No, you know what I mean? It's like saying, you know what I mean, whatever wrong he do, whatever stuff he do, put it on me. Put it on my account. I'll take the charge. You understand? Right? But no, did he say what it, you know what I mean? That's how we talk. Now, does that mean the brother actually do any one of you all any wrong? He is saying that because he know this brother ain't what? Ain't doing nothing wrong. But nonetheless, if he did, step forward. I'ma pay it. You understand? He knows this brother reputation. That's why he's doing what? He's standing for him. Right? Read on.
Verse 19. I, Paul, have written it with mine own hand. I will repay it.
I will what?
Albeit, I will repay it.
Now read on.
Albeit, I do not say to thee how thou owest unto me, even thine own self besides.
Oh boy, what is he saying?
Salakia, sir. If I could, it sounds like he basically is saying, like, you know, yeah, if he, you know, whatever, you know, he owes or whatever, I'll repay it. But, you know, I don't really talk about what y'all owe me. Like, that's what it kind of sounds like he's saying.
Yes. That you know, it's like Christ telling the people who wanted to stone the woman, if you ain't sin, do what?
Cast the first stone.
Yeah, you cast the first stone. Cast it. You understand? If this brother owe you something, then guess what? Then you better think what you owe me first. Pay up.
Right.
You understand? Right? Read on.
Salakia, verse 20. Yea, brother, let me have joy of thee in the Lord. Refresh my bowels in the Lord.
You understand? This is Paul, you know what I mean, basically, you know what I mean, writing to these brothers, you know what I mean, and letting them know, you know what I mean, this man here, you know what I mean, give him a chance. You understand? I stand for him. I'll stand for him. You understand? That's why when you come, a brother get invited, you understand, into one of our councils, somebody has to do what? Well, two brothers have to do what? Have to stand for him. You understand? So now you putting your reputation on the line. I don't know that brother, but I know those two brothers are standing for him. And I know their reputation because they're in here. And Paul is trying to say, you know my reputation. And I'm standing for this brother. You understand? Today I'm standing for him. Right? So I mean, I don't know. That's up to the point you wanted it, or you wanted more?
Yeah, we went to the three scriptures he wanted. We went even past it. So
okay. All right, so any more questions?
La, sir.
Okay, let me get on this thing here quick before I know we're up on the time. All right. Now, I think Baaz was not Baaz, Bankaya was touching on it at the beginning of class, right? With brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, feeling it more for the other nations, right? Why is that? Why does that happen? Why does that happen? So I'm gonna play this here for you, right? I wish I had time to play the other one for you also too. But I know we're gonna be here till like 11 o'clock and you all gonna be watching me. I might get a few calls. You know what I mean? Things Slack, yes, sir. You know what I mean? Come on.
So as we were saying, when Officer Bancayor brought out the question, you know, one of the things that we were talking about was the preconditioning that our people have suffered in this land. You know, whereas we're always associating with the underdog or the oppressed. And we always feeling sorry for them because of their condition. I guess in some psychological way, it makes us feel better about our condition.
Okay, it's not so much makes us feel so much better about our condition, because black people, if you ask black people if they like being in that condition, they will tell you what. What do you think black people tell you? You think black people like living in ghettos?
Sir, not at all.
No, we don't like living in ghettos. Do you think we like being second to everything or last in everything?
Sir.
No, we do not like it.
No.
You understand? We don't like it. But let's see why. What happens? All right. So I'm gonna play this here for you now. Right. This is something here. I forget. I can't pronounce it, brother. I don't want to mess it up. Coates, Mr. Coates, right, or Dr. Coates. Where we want to put him? See, he went across there in Palestine, and he came back. He was writing some book called The Message. Now let's hear what he has to say.
New York Times best-selling author Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
His new book, The Message, is a trio of interconnected essays.
I don't know why doing
that
this.
Examine how the stories we tell or avoid telling.
Come on, am I not supposed to be playing this? That why it's stopping? Huh?
So, like I said, I don't believe that's the reason.
Can shape and even distort our reality.
It is possible.
Yeah, somebody's stopping it. Somebody don't want to play.
The book, Coates reflects on his emotional first trip to
If
Africa.
you want, otherwise, you can pause it, and I can find it and just play the audio.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna pause it here and let's play the audio.
Right. Then he takes readers to
wherever the brother, so people can just see him. And I'll just try to play the audio on this.
Yes, let's play the audio, because every time I play it, it pauses. You understand? And this goes with another video too. I would like to play. It's with this this woman, this Lebanese woman, where she was telling the reporters and them that the so-called Jewish man need to go back to Poland, need to go back to Russia and Germany and get out of the Palestinians' land. Right? We all know that that's not their land. Most of them don't have a claim to that land. You understand?
Con, sir. So like I said, that's gonna be a quick adjustment to the video. And
no, you good.
I'm gonna play it. Let me know if you can hear it, sir.
Acclaimed New York Times best-selling author Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Can you hear it, sir?
His new book, The Message, is a trio of interconnected essays that examine how the stories we tell or avoid telling can shape and even distort our reality.
So, like, sorry, are you hearing it?
Yeah. Skip to 1.14.
Con, sir.
All right.
Believe should be in the world, which policies we don't, are actually shaped largely by writing and the stories we tell. And so I believe that writers, and particularly young writers, have so much to do in the politics and in this time when, obviously we have so much conflict and there's so many quote unquote issues to be dealt with.
Ta-Nehisi, I want to dive into the Israel-Palestine section of the book. It's the largest section of the book. And I have to say, when I read the book, I imagine if I took your name out of it, took away the awards and the acclaim, took the cover off the book, the publishing house goes away, the content of that section would not be out of place in the backpack of an extremist. And so then I found myself wondering,
pause that.
Why does Ta-Nehisi Coates,
Pause it.
I've known for a long
time, right? You just said what you said, right? I hear myself twice.
Oh, I gotta put the echo back off, Salakia. Salakia.
Yeah.
So you should be good now.
Okay. Yeah, you heard what he said, right?
Come on.
Right? He just said that what? If you take that section out his book and put it in the backpack of a what? Of an extremist, it will go right along with that extremist. You understand? Which lets you know what? Which lets you know what?
Salaki out of one.
Mm-hmm.
That devil, I believe, is a so-called fake little hat or whatever you want to call it.
Small hat, yeah, small hat. Mm-hmm.
So he was already sympathizing with the Israelis with respect to the position of Ta-Nehisi Coates actually going over there and witnessing the conditions of the Palestinians, you know, and their plight in the land, you know, being occupied by Israel. This was a really, really heavy interview here, and he was offended. And towards the interview, if nobody's ever saw it or what have you, he talks about how Ta-Nehisi is still welcome to, you know, the feast days and how holy days or what have you.
But Mark, that spoiled the whole story for everybody, man.
Salakia, sir, Salakia.
No, but he's right at the end. Because I don't think we'll have time to go through the entire thing. All right. What I'll do is with Tabo One, just put a link for the brothers and sisters who want to take a look at it, right? The entire thing. All right. Now, what you have to understand is this. You understand? Like the oppressor, right? The Coates. Coates is a what? What is he? He is a writer. He write books, right? So he write books. But this oppressor wants him to write a book about what? Their oppression.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And to boot to, as Koor was saying also too, like we somehow, you know what I mean? And this is proof that we're supposed to be in charge. You understand? Because we could clearly see make a moral judgment on what? On the oppressor and what? The oppressed. You understand? Like we could make that judgment, you know what I mean? But when it comes to them, they are what? They are the oppressor and the victim at the same time too.
Right.
You understand? Right? Now go to Esther. Go to Esther. Right? Go to Esther. Let me tell you, right? Esther, I think it's 3. All right, go to Esther 3. Hold on. I'll tell you. All right. Where's Esther? One minute. Okay, hold on. Esther 3. And skip to verse 4.
Come on.
No, start at 3 and 3.
Come on.
No, sorry. I apologize, Tabo One. Start at verse 2.
Come on, sir. It's the book of Esther, chapter 3 and verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But
so you all remember this? You all remember this story, right? Right? That we read all the time around the time of Purim, yes. Right? Now it's telling us is what is taking place here. This heathen, come on.
Yes, this heathen was given a position of power. And he got the big head, and he wanted everybody to bow down, and Mordecai would not.
Correct. Right? Read on.
Come on, sir. Salakia. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence.
Nor did him what?
Reverence.
You You understand? Now, my question is this. Why are we accepted in Esau society today?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because we bow to Esau?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
That's the only reason why. You understand? Come on.
I was gonna say because we don't fight, because we're not fighting against the system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You understand? Why you think Esau rejects us? We reading all the Bible. We getting brothers off drugs. We turning sisters, you know what I mean, from that promiscuous lifestyle. We actually doing good things. We feeding the poor.
Okay.
You understand? Our oppressor comes up to the table and asks for food. What do? Do we run him off and say, get away from here? No, we feed them. We clothe them.
That's right.
You understand? We are actually doing things that will what? That should be what? Praise in the earth today. You understand? But the mere reason that the ISUPK does not do what? What do we don't do in the school?
We don't bow down, sir.
Yeah, we don't bow down. We don't stand and put the hand across the chest and sing what? You know what I mean? That national anthem. We don't salute no flag. We don't do that. We don't bow. You understand? But some of us do. You understand? And some oppressors, they look for that. You understand?
Okay.
Right? Read on. Somebody was going to say something?
Salaki, sir, yes, I was going to say something, sir. What I was going to say, I know it's in the Apocrypha where, like, you know, they don't respect one of the things that they don't like or they don't respect us for is because we don't have no power. We're powerless.
It's okay. It's not that. Okay, why we don't have any power?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
We don't have any power because we give it all to the oppressor because we serve him and we bow to him.
Okay.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Our black leader, sir.
You're right, but why we don't have any power? You had to answer that question.
Salaki, sir, because we're in captivity.
I'll take that.
The Lord is against us.
Okay, what you are saying is correct, but I want you all to think practical, right? Okay, you see the war that's taking place between the Israelis and the Palestinians, right? Hamas, right?
Okay.
What are they fighting for?
Land.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Their existence, like their way of life.
Okay, you come on.
No inheritance.
So that one time?
No inheritance.
Now you gotta come closer to the mic, Salakia.
So like I said, no inheritance.
No, you're saying our inheritance? That's what they're fighting for?
We do have no inheritance. Like that why more or less we bottom. Like when you watch every nation on the face of the earth, they have the $1 billion economy, but the other nation be like more or less now we depend on every other nation, so we have no inheritance. That why we are under everybody else.
Okay. What you are saying is correct, right? But picture this for me. Okay. Who do they give us statues of?
Salaki.
Come on.
Sellouts.
Sellouts. Why do they give us statues of sellouts?
Salaki, sir. Because they want us to be like him.
Yes. Now, the reason why you don't have any power is not because you don't want power, is because you have been what? Beaten into submission. You understand? You are not allowed to raise your head. You're not allowed to get a city in America. You get a city in America, what happens?
They burn it down.
They come and take it and burn it down. That's why you're going to have to do what? Turn to the Lord.
That's
You
right.
understand?
Right.
Every city, every place black people try to build, they try to build it without using the Bible. And it fall. You understand? And what's a good example for us? A good example would be what? Haiti. You understand? Yeah, they're free, but guess what? Do they have any power? No, they don't. And why they don't have any power? Because they were what? Beaten into submission.
Okay.
You understand? So now, guess what? Me and you, we don't grow up learning about rebellions. We don't learn about how we forefather try to rebel against this oppression. Why? Because that's going to put something in you. What's going to put inside of you? What is it going to put inside of you? Learning about Nat Turner, learning about the rebellion that took place on all these plantations. What is that going to put in you?
So
Learning it.
You'll become a radical with the idea that you can be free.
You are not going to bow your head to them.
Right.
You are not going to bow. You learn about Nat Turner, you learn about these rebellion, you are not going to bow your head to them. You're not. You understand? Read on. Read a little more, Esther.
Come on. So like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. It's like verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgressest thou the king's commandment?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand.
You want to know why? You want to know why you're allowed to get into Congress with them? Because you did what Haman wanted you to do, which is bow. You accepted the fact that you're an American.
Okay.
So now when you hear this brother speak, he speaks as a what? Like he's American.
Right.
So now he doesn't look at his people as being the Palestinians. You understand? He looks at his people as being free because in his eyes, he is what? An American.
Right.
You understand?
Okay.
Tabon, play a little more. Hold on, let me see. Did I stop it? Huh?
Hold on. Select, sir. Can you hear it, sir?
No, I ain't hearing it as yet. Come on.
All right, Select, I gotta just change my audio settings real quick. Select. You might hear a little echo just for this part.
I just
Come on, concept. You should hear it now.
So much conflict and there's so many quote unquote issues to be dealt with.
Tanahashi, I want to dive into the Israel-Palestine section of the book. It's the largest section of the book. And I have to say, when I read the book, I imagine if I took your name out of it, took away the awards and the acclaim, took the cover off the book, the publishing house goes away, the content of that section would not be out of place in the backpack of an extremist. And so then I found myself wondering, why does Ta-Nehisi Coates, who I've known for a long time, read his work for a long time, very talented, smart guy, leave out so much? Why leave out that Israel is surrounded by countries that want to eliminate it? Why leave out that Israel deals with terror groups that want to eliminate it? Why not detail anything of the first and the second intifada, the cafe bombings, the bus bombings, the little kids blown to bits? And is it because you just don't believe that Israel, in any condition, has a right to exist?
Well, I would say the perspective that you just outlined, there is no shortage of that perspective in American media. That's the first thing I would say. I am most concerned always with those who don't have a voice, with those who don't have the ability to talk. I have asked repeatedly in my interviews whether there is a single network, mainstream organization in America with a Palestinian American bureau chief or correspondent who actually has a voice to articulate their part of the world. I've been a reporter for 20 years. The reporters of those who believe more sympathetically about Israel and its right to exist don't have a problem getting their voice out. But what I saw in Palestine, what I saw on the West Bank, what I saw in Haifa in Israel, what I saw in the South Hebron Hills, those were the stories that I have not heard. And those were the stories that I was most occupied with. I wrote a 260-page book. It is not a treatise on the entirety of the conflict between the Palestinians and the Israelis.
But if you were to read this book, you would be left wondering, why does any of Israel exist? What a horrific place, committing horrific acts on a daily basis. So I think the question is central and key. If Israel has a right to exist, and if your answer is no, then I guess the question becomes, why do the Palestinians have a right to exist? Why do 20 different Muslim countries have a right to exist?
My answer is that no country in this world establishes its ability to exist through rights. Countries establish their ability to exist through force, as America did. And so I think this question of right to Israel does exist. It's a fact. The question of its right is not a question that I would be faced with any other country.
But you write a book that delegitimizes the pillars of Israel. It seems like an effort to topple the whole building of it. So I come back to the question, and it's what I struggled with throughout this book. What is it that so particularly offends you about the existence of a Jewish state that is a Jewish safe place, and not any of the other states out there?
There's nothing that offends me about a Jewish state. I am offended by the idea of states built on ethnocracy, no matter where they are.
Muslim included.
I would not want a state where any group of people lay down their citizenship rights based on ethnicity. The country of Israel is a state in which half the population exists on one tier of citizenship, and everybody else that's ruled by Israelis exists on another tier, including Palestinian Israeli citizens. The only people that exist on that first tier.
Yeah, y'all gotta go.
You said stop it, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, concert.
Salaki,
Tell me when the audio back.
Salaki. Come on, concert. We should be swapped now. Echo Cast.
Okay. No, you'll hear how the brother just, you know what I mean, rip that reporter to shreds.
Come on.
Right? Rip him to shreds. You understand? And boy, if we could take that energy, you know what I mean, and just give it to our people alone,
Come on.
we could do something.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We could do something. You understand? But I ain't gonna knock the brother. The brother, he in the world, he a writer. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And he doing his thing. You know what I mean? But brother, they want you to bow your head. But guess who ain't bowing the head? Who ain't bowing the head?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Commander General Yohanan Isupk.
Yeah, yes, that is correct. But guess who is not bowing the head right now to us?
To us?
Who's not doing it? Yes, who's not doing it?
Salaki, that's our oppressor.
Yes, our oppressor. He, man, is not bowing his head to you or me. He's not. You understand? So guess what? He is so selfish. He's such an oppressor. He only thinks about what? Himself. You understand? He only thinks about, what about me? What about me? He don't care about who you're oppressing.
Right.
You understand? He don't care who you're oppressing. He does not. You understand? Come on.
And just as if you listen to brother, answer this oppressor. And again, just where you was reading earlier on, being on that sideline, it's like you haven't been a writer, you go a lot of reading. And a lot of these, as we say, writers or black people who do writing, they do read this book. And again, they do listen to these classes. So now it's showing, again, being on the sideline now, it's like, just like I say, a lot of people do have a voice, especially on certain platforms. Now, hearing this now you should be the voice now in really directing brothers and sisters to the truth. But now you're looking for something for your own game, and this is again, bowing to the oppressor.
Yes. So now he's going to do what? Who is he going to make you bow to? No, you ain't bowing to Israel. Who are you going to bow to?
Salaki.
Come on.
Would be Palestine?
Yeah. You think okay, you think you could go and be you mean another Hezbollah? You think he could go rule them people? No. You understand? That's why, you know what I mean, certain things he's saying, yeah, he cutting them. But at the end of the day, brother, you better love your people.
That's right.
You better care about your own people. You understand? You shouldn't be wanting to direct our people towards the ply of these other nations when these other nations, they never spent their life directing their love to our problem.
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
If I could, so what you bringing out is so heavy, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's one of the things with black people that's just so, you know, black and Hispanics, Native Indians, you know, we always got to be, because we're compassionate, we always, you know what I mean, trying to look out for somebody else. We you know, I remember back in, I don't remember, I wasn't barely alive, but back in the 80s, all the black people in America was crying about apartheid in Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then when, you know, when this group has some problem, when a so-called Jewish man has a problem, we ride with them. And now the Palestinians, we ride for them because we want to be fair all the time. We just want to love everybody. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, like you said, I don't want, like, them Palestinians, they don't give a damn about us at all. You see all the Palestinians marching downtown Raleigh, downtown Charlotte, all across America, DC. But when, you know, when that brother just got, you know, unalived, who was innocent on death row, none of the Palestinians came out and said nothing about it.
Nope.
Man, Salaki, sir.
No, and they should not, because that ain't their family. You understand?
And Salaki, sir.
Come on.
You know, also they don't ask the other nations, like, you don't hear what the Chinese people think about the situation. You don't hear, you understand, the other nations are never in question as to what side they're on, but they always want to ask us whose side we on.
You understand? And now that's where your leaders come in.
Okay.
All right.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
The last point, not to drag it on, but I mean, this brother is celebrated amongst big-headed Negroes in academia. You know, Ta-Nehisi Coates. He grew up in Baltimore. His first book was Between the World and Me, and he draws inferences to, you know, about race and social injustice. But you know, the whole premise behind his works is he's fighting or writing for equality. And the beautiful thing about this school is that, you know, one of the first lessons I learned was that we're not to seek to be equal to anyone. All the other nations, you know, according to what the scriptures say, you know, we want supremacy.
Yes.
We want authority, you know. So
you're right. You know what I mean? Because equality is a what? What is equality?
It's a farce.
Sir.
Yes.
It's a myth.
Yes. You know what I mean? And for lack of better terms, it's a pipe dream. You understand? All right.
Okay.
And that's, you know what I mean? Okay. You talking about equality when what? Who talks about equality? There are two types of people that talk about equality. What's the two types of people that talk about equality?
Salagi, sir. Gay people?
No.
Salaki, sir, the oppressed?
The oppressed and who?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
And the oppressor.
That's it. You understand? And I'll give you one up. The slave and the oppressor. You understand? Because we oppress, but we're not begging for what? Equality.
Right.
We're not asking for equality. We don't want equality. You understand? We want Christ to come back and exact vengeance. You understand? And for us to take our position in this earth. You understand? There's two types. You have a slave and then you have an oppressor. Both of them cry for what? Equality. You understand? A slave not trying to do what? He's not trying to do what? He's not trying to get off that plantation. You understand? He ain't trying. You understand? He ain't trying to be what? The one to lose his life trying to do what? Trying to leave. You understand? And you could throw your Christians in. You could throw what? Your Muslims in. You could throw them, you know what I mean? Every black, Hispanic, and First Nation person in who what? Wants to be called themselves what? American. If you calling yourself American, is because you see yourself as being equal to who? To the oppressor. And it will never happen. You understand? Because why? Somebody has to bow, and he's not bowing. You understand? Pause. You understand? You the one that bowing. Pause. You understand? Right? I think you know what I mean, I would like to finish it off, but I can't go further on that. Man. I know we up on the time. You know what I mean? So with that, who I pass the class over to? The Rash there?
Come, sir.
All right. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer the Rash.
Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to Captain Ayatollah. Men of Israel, Amajim. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yashai, Brakatham.
Yadamatah, Sar, turn and face the sisters. Sisters Amajim. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak. Yadamatah. Sisters, you shall be seated. Isupk security announcements. We're the Isupk, brought up on 125th Street, Harlem, New York.
Go ahead.
They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Day of Atonement, which is Friday the 11th, October 2024. Sundown Friday, the book of Leviticus chapter 23, verses 27 through 32. And we also have the cookout, which is Salakia.
From the to the 1st, I believe, to the 3rd.
Right. The Texas cookout from November the 3rd through December the 3rd. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf